is day 3 of just doing my diet, and I miss coffee and croissants and other food and cake, man. Like just having like a morning cake, so good. Miss it already. Whatever. We stay strong. Ooh. Stay strong. Oh, that's a lot darker than I was hoping for. Hey, welcome back to yet another video. Today I'm going to talk about which camera is best for vlogging, but before we even get into that, if you ever want to find the best light in your house, like I promise you it's going to be like right next to a window, because a window is very soft light, and as you can see the shadows on my face are very soft and diffused. It's because I'm right next to a window. If I move further away from the window, well, one, it gets very dark because no other light in my house is currently on, but you want the best light, you go near a window. Like no matter where you are, the window light's probably the best light in any house, unless you have like a giant studio and got studio soft boxes and stuff. That's just a little step aside. We're actually losing light because it's late night shopping today, and I don't like it because we got to stay open till 7, and it's not the worst. I know other places have worse trading hours, but staying open till 7, man, like when you're there from like 9 to 7, it's almost a 12-hour day. Yeah, lunch break, but still a long time just to be on your feet, really. But yeah, so today, like promised, we're going to be talking about which camera is going to be the best for vlogging. And to do that, I think I'll just set up my little setup real quick, so we're not just, so I'm not just talking to you in the dark. So I'm gonna get that set up. All right, let's do it. All right, there we go, hold on, where is that? Okay, so welcome back to yet another video. I know this is technically not a vlog, but it's still a video, and I wanted to make something talking about what would be the best camera to vlog on. Now, I have boiled it down to 3 different cameras, and I've got all of them here to show you today and go over a few of the pros and a few of the cons of these cameras that we're going to be talking today. Now, let me first get it straight off the bat. Yes, your smartphone, your iPhone, your Samsung, whatever, your phone is a very good place to start. I myself started vlogging on my phone. If you go back to like the old videos from like 2016, 2017, I think they were all pretty much filmed on my phone, like every single one of them. Now, whether or not the quality holds up to what I'm doing today, probably not, because I have lights, I have cameras, I have microphones. I know a lot more about what I'm doing now than I did back then, but just getting started on the phone was a good step in the right direction. So yes, let's just get that off the table. Your smartphone, an amazing place to start. Now, what if you want to go a little bit more advanced than your smartphone? Let's say an actual camera. Well, I have a few options here for you today, and we're gonna go into them right now. Now, before we get really into the weeds, I just wanted to point out that these cameras, every single one of these cameras have their own strengths and have their own weaknesses. And it really does come down to you on which strengths you need in a camera opposed to the weaknesses, and you're willing to sacrifice that sort of stuff. Me personally, I flip-flop all the time, and that's why I go from camera to camera to camera. And that is a very good jumping off point into why it's impossible for me to, you can't pry from my hands. All right. So your first choice is of course an interchangeable lens camera, whether it's a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, something that shoots video and has different lenses you can put on. Mate, I cannot, I would never stop using this for vlogging, and that's purely because of quality. You see that there? You see that giant square rectangle thing? That is what is known as an image sensor. As you can see, it's a very big image sensor. This is a full frame camera. You can get cropped sensor cameras and smaller sensors, but of course the quality then takes a little bit of a dive, as you will. Smaller sensors, smaller cameras, the quality doesn't hold up as much as a full frame. So why do I continue to vlog on a full frame camera? Well, of course, for one, it's the quality. The quality I get out of this thing is it's almost unparalleled. And the flexibility I have with being able to change the lens to go from like my 15 to 35, my vlogging tried and true and tested lens, to say a B-roll lens where I use my 70 to 200 to isolate that subject, or a 24 to 70 where I want a little bit of mix of both, or using a prime lens at nighttime. There's just so much more versatility to using a mirrorless or DSLR camera for vlogging. So here lies the issue of using a mirrorless camera or a SLR camera to vlog. Now, yes, you can get smaller cameras, smaller lenses, but as you can see here, this is a massive setup when you're using the Gorilla Pod, you've got the microphone on, you've got a big lens on it, and you're using it to vlog. That's a big payload. Like you walk down the street, you walk into a supermarket, you're vlogging, people are gonna notice you. And that social aspect of people noticing me, I still can't get over. Just walking down the street, hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to the supermarket to get fish fingers and custard. This is just a big setup. Now again, I do love it, but when I do wanna go smaller, I use this instead. This is a DJI action cam, and it's great because as you can see, like look at this, it's like a baby vlogging cam. Like it's, you get that small Gorilla Pod, you hold that out there, it's less conspicuous, you still got that super wide field of view because it's an action cam, and action cams are like known for having their super wide field of view, but it's way smaller, it's way more inconspicuous. And another great thing about these things is that you can get these. No, that's it. There's no comparison. Of course, an action cam is way smaller. So that's like a way better, inconspicuous way to film yourself, to vlog. And again, you get that Joby Gorilla Pod and the grip. You've got your little tripod. So when you need to set it up, you can spread out those legs, set up the shot, talk to the camera. And an action cam is just a really good option if you want to be a little more inconspicuous. Now, where action cams fall short is of course going to be image quality. This has a much smaller image sensor. Now, it's not bad image quality by any stretch of the imagination, whether it's a DJI action cam or a GoPro or Insta360 seems to be doing really cool stuff. Doesn't really matter. All of those action cams, the quality just seems to be improving, which is insane. One thing I think that the cameras are not doing the best of is the audio. So here we go. All right, hey guys, this is a test of the audio coming from the Action 5. Yes, I am sure that the quality is going to be fine. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing amazing. It's going to be acceptable. Again, I've vlogged on this before, it's acceptable. Like I can get away with using the audio, but of course it doesn't sound anywhere near as crisp as having like a dedicated lapel or a dedicated shotgun mic, but this is just the audio that you'll be getting from an action cam. Now with the new DJI Action 5, I believe you can actually link up the wireless microphone that DJI has, so that's really cool and a great way to improve the audio. So that might be a solution, but then you've got to mic yourself up and then you've got to have like a little mic hanging on you, and I can't do that. I prefer having like a on-camera mic, a shotgun mic, just holding the cam out and then just talking to it. That's just my preferred method of vlogging because it's less friction. So that's option number 2, using an action cam. And another bonus tip about the action cam is that they are rugged and they are water resistant. There's no way in hell I'm going anywhere near water. This thing is not going anywhere near water, like at all. We go to the beach, I'll walk on the sand, but not going near the water. Nope, I'll be like 10 meters away from the water. That's another great reason to use an action cam as your vlog cam. They're super versatile, super rugged, water resistant, all the things, and they fit in the gaps where you just wouldn't expect to put an action cam. So you can get more creative shots than with this bulky thing. Okay, so the third camera I am going to showcase tonight is this one here. Okay, so for those who don't know, this is the DJI Pocket, and it's basically a little camera on a gimbal. It's adorable. It's got a little gimbal on it, so you can move the camera and it's stabilized, which is super awesome. So that's another thing that the big camera isn't like the best at. Like, yes, I have in-body image stabilization, digital stabilization, and lens stabilization all working, but none of it would be as stable as, say, a gimbal. Like it couldn't be. And also, crazy enough, action cam stabilization, amazing and stable. This here is another great option if you want to start vlogging. Again, like the Action or an action cam, it's small, it goes everywhere. But unlike an action cam, the image quality out of this thing is shockingly good. So this here has a 1-inch image sensor. I believe this is using like a little bit smaller than a 1-inch image sensor. The full frame still will just kick ass all day, every day. But what I really do like about the Pocket is that it's got these smart features. So it has face detection here. Right, so it's got face detection on the Pocket 3. So if I move my head, it'll actually track where the head is and keep me in frame. So if you're walking down the street and you're moving along, the camera's always pointing at you, which is, it's just a nice bonus. Like that's really handy as a vlogger, as a filmmaker, as anyone really. And as you can see, image quality, not too shabby. Not too shabby. And here, just listen to the audio on this. Like it's pretty good. Like, again, I'm happy to use this as a vlog cam and I love it, and it's so much smaller and lighter than my big Canon, my big mirrorless DSLR camera. So much smaller, so much lighter. Love it, absolutely love it. And of course this here has its own built-in stand, just like that. So you go put it on, and again, because it's tracking you, you can like set this up, go do your scene, and no matter where you go, it will follow you. And if you get the creator combo, you get a wireless microphone in the deal, in the package. So you can, again, clip this onto your shirt and have better audio than what the built-in mics are giving you. You can have much better audio using this. I love to use this for Instagram Reels and again, vlogging when I just don't want to use a big camera. Another cool thing about the Pocket 3 is that it comes with a wide-angle lens adapter. What does that mean? Here, let me show you. Okay, so this is the standard field of view you're going to get from the Pocket 3. It's about 20 millimeters, I believe. When I vlog, I prefer 16, which is why this adapter here is so handy, because it actually makes it more of a 16 mil. So as you can see, a bit more space around me. It's a bit wider of field of view, and if you want us to do like a before and after, just remember this framing. So you've got like my monitor over here, you've got my what is that? Let's say it looks like a lamp over in the corner, and if I take this off, bloop, it shrinks down immensely. So having this wide-angle lens adapter makes it perfect for vlogging, because now I've got my 16mm lens that I really love to use for vlogging. It's small, it's inconspicuous, the audio is pretty good. It's an all-in-one package. But then my issue with the Pocket 3 is how fragile is the gimbal. Do I want to be walking around and suddenly someone walks into me and knocks the gimbal and just carks the camera? Don't know about that. It's a bit more fragile because it has those moving parts. Not saying that any of these other cameras are any more fragile, but I just feel like I can take care and I guess baby the mirrorless camera, because that's always on me. I covet it. Or the action cam, which is designed to be pretty rugged, so I'm not as worried when I vlog with this. But then it's like, do I want the ruggedness and the compactness of this, or do I want the higher image quality out of the Pocket, or do I just want to go all in, pick up my mirrorless camera, my interchangeable lens camera, and just send it? Those are my 3 picks for what kind of camera you should pick up for vlogging. And again, it comes down to your use case. Are you going to be willing to carry around a big mirrorless camera, or do you want to go with something a lot smaller and more rugged, like the Action 5 or a GoPro? Or do you want to go a bit more fancy, a bit more high-tech, a bit more classy and use a Pocket 3? It's up to you. Alright, so hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow, because we're doing daily videos, daily vlogs, daily videos, whatever, it's happening. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm not wearing my hat. Lens cap. Woo.